Rosy friends, it's Julie, and today I'm going to do a little bit of something different. I've been trying a lot of different kinds of soap because I have very sensitive skin and it's going through a bit of a freak out right now because it's changing the season from a very long and cold winter to what is hopefully going to be a very, very nice summer. So because it's in the transition with the seasons, my skin has decided that it doesn't like the things that I was using during the winter time. So I thought that I would try out a whole pile of samples of different products, and instead of making individual videos of them and yammering on for a really long time like I normally do, these are all pretty much just bars of soap. So I thought I would just do a little bit of a speed dating experience to let you know what I thought of them all in my first date with them. So I've broken it down. For each one, I'll just let you know what they are, the price, whether they were expensive or not, availability, smell, did it get me clean, and was it more of a luxury product or did it have more of a medical side kind of feel to it? Because anybody who has had sensitive skin and things like rosacea like I do, you know that there are products that are really great, but they feel kind of like their prescription or something. Just to get started, I'm not going to be keeping all of these. For the ones that I have tried out and that I didn't like, I won't be wasting them. Whenever I try out a product, I just cut off a little bit of it and use that so that if I don't like it, I can give the rest of it completely clean to somebody else. Let's just get started and I will show you what I've tried out and what I thought of it. And just to get started, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not being paid for this. These are all products that I was either given or I received as a trial or that I bought with my own money. Nobody is paying me to do this video or say that one product is better than the other. So the first one, this is not the one that I actually used. I used the exact same product, but just a different one of this because this one is still brand new and in its package. But this is the SBTC Buckthorn Berry Bar. I've used this one actually for the last few months. In the winter months and it was really, really, really cold. This is awesome. I absolutely love this. So in terms of price, it's around middle of the range. I will put it on the screen somewhere. In terms of availability, it's, as far as I can tell, it's not available in stores, but it is really easy to order online from their own website and other websites, like it's on well.ca and a couple of other sites like that, I'm sure. So it's not hard to get. In terms of scent, it has a very natural smell. It's not fragranced at all, so it basically just smells like the ingredients themselves. I have other products that have sea buckthorn in them, so it smells kind of like sea buckthorn. This is a completely vegan, handcrafted, hand-cut, and hand-wrapped product, and I will link to this and all of the other products that I talk about in the description below. In terms of, did it get me clean? Yes, absolutely. I had absolutely no problems with it. It didn't give that squeaky clean feeling, but I don't like that anyway. I have very dry and reactive skin, so I don't want that. It had the feeling of being clean, but without it being stripped of all of the oils on my skin, so I love that a lot. Luxury versus medical, I'd say halfway between the two. It did have a luxury product feeling in that it felt very nice on my skin and everything, but it still kind of had the sense that I was using something healthy and natural, so it kind of had some of the best of both worlds sort of thing happening. Really enjoyed it, will use it again, glad I have this spare, will be opening this back up again. And I used all of these soaps. I just wanted to point out, I've used all of them at least one time. I used them in the shower and I used them head to toe, so even including my face, just to see how the rosacea itself would react to it when I got out of the shower. So all of the reviews that I'm talking about here, all of my speed date results, they include washing my face with it all the way down to my feet. The next product, because some of these are sort of specialty products from small businesses or local businesses, others are kind of more mainstream. This one being one that's more mainstream, it's the Dove Sensitive Skin. Got this at the drugstore. I'm of two minds about it. In terms of price, pretty cheap, a couple of dollars. Availability, it's available at pretty much every drugstore around me. Smell, it didn't have a fragrance, but it did have that unscented product smell. It wasn't pleasant, but it wasn't unpleasant. It didn't smell like nothing, but it did smell like ingredients, if that makes any sense at all. Did it get me clean? I felt that it did. It did a good job. I didn't feel icky when I got out of the shower. Luxury versus medical. I'd say closer, leaning more on the luxury side than the medical side, just because it's a very soft feeling, but It does still have quite the, I'm using this one because I can't use one that's more fragranced or that has more sort of fancy things about it. So I'd say somewhere in the middle of those two. Next was the Dove Go Fresh scent. That's because these two look very, very similar, and I bought this one by accident, so I thought I may as well test it. So the Dove Go Fresh Restore, so it's a beauty bar with blue fig and orange blossom scent. It has a lot of scent to it. Price, same as all the other Doves, so pretty moderate. Availability, got it at the drugstore, just mistook it for the other one. Smell, it has a lot of fragrance. It is very, very fragranced. If you're not used to using scented products, you will not like this. It will knock you backwards. It is very perfumed and it stays on your skin. Did it get me clean? Sure, absolutely. It was just like every other soap or cleanser product. Luxury versus medical, I would say this is more to the luxury side. It did have the fragrance and it's very soft and it does lather quite nicely, so yep, definitely more to that side. Not, you know, to the side that you'd think you bought it in a spa, but it definitely didn't feel like you got it as a prescription from a doctor's office either. Okay, next is one from the Soapworks. As you can see, I sawed off a piece and this didn't come in anything. They're just sort of set up as a little display and then you buy one and they put it in a bag for you. So I just sawed off a piece of it. It is the Creamy Clay the Soapworks product. I think it's benzoate clay. As I said, I will have a link in the description below for all of these. Price, I think this was around $2 to $3. Availability, I don't know how available it normally is. I got this at the Bulk Barn. It's a local bulk store. It's a chain store. These are everywhere near where I live. So I just happened to notice that it was there when I was there buying chia seeds and green tea. So very available to me. I think it's available online as well. I will be linking to the official site. I just can't remember if you can actually buy it directly from that site, but to me it's readily available. Smell, it has a very shockingly strong fragrance. To me it smells like those little bars that they give you in not so great hotel rooms. It smells exactly like that and it's very, very strong. I didn't like it at all. Did it get me clean? Yes, it did, to the point that it was overly drying. I chose this because it did say that it's good for people who have acne, and I know that I don't have acne on my face, and I did use it on my face just to see if it was okay because I have seen other products with that ingredient, with that clay ingredient in it, that are meant for sensitive skin and rosacea prone skin, so I thought I'll just give it a whirl. But I do have right now, because the seasons are changing and because I have very long hair that sits on my back, I do have a bit of an acne breakout thing happening right now. A little too much information, but there you have it. And it just stripped my skin of all oils. That was way too much for me. My hands suddenly got dry and chapped when they hadn't been. That's not something that I will be using again. I will be passing that on to a friend of mine. Would I say that it's more luxury or medical? I would say that it tried to be more to the luxury side, except that the fragrance doesn't smell luxury. It's got a really cheap fragrance, unfortunately, because I happen to like that brand. I like that company a lot. I respect their ingredients, but no, not for me. Maybe it'd be good for someone else who isn't as sensitive for fragrance, but for me, not okay. Next on the list, from the exact same company, from the Soapworks, is their Cucumber and Calendula. This one is meant specifically for very sensitive skin. It's meant to be soothing. I used this one actually earlier today and I like it a lot. It's very gentle, it's very soft, it has a very creamy feel to it. It doesn't foam up hugely, but I don't need that. Normally that means that there are a lot of things like SLS in there, and I don't want that. And none of that brand has any of the like sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium lauryl sulfate, or any of those problematic ingredients in it. That one I found quite nice. The price, same as the other Soapworks products. I think it was around $2 to $3. Availability, again, it was just at the local bulk store for me. Very, very available to me. Smell, it has a very, very gentle fragrance. It's very light. It didn't seem to irritate my skin, so I'm not going to complain about it. Did it get me clean? Absolutely. I felt it did a really normal soap kind of job. I felt clean after I showered. and my skin wasn't overly stripped or dry or reactive. Luxury versus medical, I felt that had a pretty luxury feeling. I wouldn't think that it would be sold at a spa, but I also would think that it's kind of be in the higher end side of, you'd have to go to a specialty store, not just the local drugstore to get it. I just happened to get it at the drugstore or the bulk store, but it has the feeling of somewhere a little bit fancier, which was kind of nice. Next, also from the Soap Works, and yes, it's because I was at that bulk store and I saw there was a huge display of every single one that the brand offered, so I thought, oh, I'll try all of these. I'm looking for a soap. So this one here is the tea tree oil one. It is meant for problematic skin that has some acne and things like that. I was really impressed with that one. That's probably my favorite one from the Soapworks. Price, same as the other Soapworks ones, in around $2 to $3. Availability at my bulk store. Absolutely love how easy it is to get. Smell, you can tell that there is tea tree oil in it, and tea tree oil does not smell amazing, but that's all you can smell, so it doesn't smell fragrance, and it doesn't, after you've showered, it doesn't follow you around, so you don't end up smelling like tea tree oil for the rest of the day. It's just you can smell it when you're washing, and then it's done, so that's great. Did it get me clean? Yes, it did, and I actually found that it helped to clear up the little acne breakout that I had on my back. So luxury versus medical, I would definitely say it has a little bit of both in a very good way. It has medical in that you can tell that it has tea tree oil in it, so that kind of has a medical smell. You can tell it's there for a reason, but the actual overall experience of the product was very gentle, very soft, didn't irritate my skin, didn't have any really cheap fragrances or anything like that. I really liked it overall. I'm going to continue using that one, and I will be buying it again. SBT Sea Buckthorn from earlier soap thing. I probably should have done those together, but they also sell samples, small samples of theirs, and they have the Therapeutic Tea bar, and that includes Sea Buckthorn tea, and this is meant also for acne-prone skin. And so I also used that one for a while. I stopped only so I could try all these other ones because I had quite a build-up and I wanted to do this video. But yeah, so trying this product, I felt this did a really good job on my skin as well. I liked it a lot. I will be buying this one again. Price, it is the same, I believe, as all the other SBT Sea Buckthorn. I will make a note of that either on the screen or in the description. I'm also linking to the product so you can find it very easily. Availability, same as the other SBT soap. It's available from the company's own site. You can order it from their store, you can order it from well.ca, and there are probably a few other ones as well. I just didn't look into it that much before doing the video. Smell, it has a very, very gentle smell. It just smells basically like the other bars. You can smell Sea Buckthorn in it, but it's very, very mild. It's not fragranced. It's very pleasant. Did it get me clean? Yes, it did. It's a good soap. Luxury versus medical, again, I would say in the same way as the tea tree oil, I would say it's halfway between the two for exactly the same reasons. And finally, this is the olive oil cleansing cake from Rosacea, and you may have seen the review that I did on this last year. I bought this one of these originally for my face because this is actually step one of their Rosacea prone skincare line. So I knew that this would be gentle on my face anyway, but I thought I would give it a try because I've seen some reviews of it that have said that that's the only soap some people are using now, and I thought, why didn't I try that on the rest of me? So that's what I did, and so I started using this to like just as a regular soap in the shower, and in terms of price, it's not cheap, but I do feel that it's a good value. So it's not expensive, but it's not a cheap soap. I think it's in around $12, but I will confirm that somewhere on the screen and in the description below. I will link to it. And in terms of availability, you can buy it from their store or from their online store. In terms of smell, it is not fragrance, but it has a really nice scent anyway. It's not scented. It doesn't have any fragrances or ingredients like that. In fact, I think it only has 3 ingredients or something like that in it. But I don't know. I've always, right from the start, I found the smell of it to be very pleasant. It just smells clean and natural, and I like that. Did it get me clean? Yes, absolutely. Very gently on my skin. Didn't over dry. Didn't do anything like that. It was just a very pleasant experience. Luxury versus medical, definitely the luxury side. It has a very rich lather. It doesn't foam up with big thick bubbles, but it has a very kind of satiny, silky sort of lather to it that's very tiny little bubbles. It spreads around really nicely, rinses away very easily. I liked it a lot. I'll be seeing that one again. So that would be all of them. As you can see, I have been testing a lot of products. There are a few that I will be sticking to. There are obviously a few that I will not be sticking to. I will definitely be giving those away. But it's definitely worth trying out that kind of thing. When the seasons change, it's the best time because your skin is reactive anyway. So if you're going to have reactive skin, you may as well use that time when it's already going to be messed up to try out some new things and see if you can find something else that you like. Speaking of liking things, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, because I make them every Sunday and Thursday, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. And I guess that's everything for now, so I'll see you next time.